What if you don't want to read the novel ebooks you have collected, but want to listen to them directly? Then make them all into audio novels. This video will teach you step by step how to convert ebooks into audio files using Azure Speech. First, your computer needs to have UMAL installed. If it is not installed, just go to the official website to download it. After opening UMAL, go to the community page and search for Talking Book to find it. This is it. This is the flow I prepared for everyone, and Azure Speech has been integrated into it. Now click this button to download this project to your local computer. When you open it for the first time, UMAL will automatically initialize the flow, during which time it will download and install the dependencies of the flow. UMAL will use container technology and run in a Linux virtual environment. Therefore, in principle, this initialization will not fail because your operating system environment is different from mine. Okay, the initialization is successful. First of all, I want to say that Azure Speech can only read out plain text novels. In other words, if your novel is in EPUB format, you need to convert it into a plain text file first. How to do this? Don't worry, I have prepared a process to convert EPUB files to plain text format. First, we click on the Extract Spines from EPUB book on the left panel. This flow has only one block. Then click here to set the EPUB file to be parsed. Let's choose The Little Prince. Then, click here to set the folder where the parsed plain text file of this ebook is stored. Create a new folder, let's call it Spines. The reason why it is a folder is that the EPUB file contains many chapters, each of which will be converted into plain text, so it will eventually be split into many plain text files. Click the button in the upper right corner to start running, wait for a while, and the parsing is completed. Now find the folder you just set and click this button. Not bad. Dozens of plain text files have been parsed. Let's pick a few files and take a look. Yes, it's the chapters in this book. Next, use Azure Speech to read the novel chapters aloud with these plain texts and make them into audio files. Select Convert to Audio in the left panel, find the leftmost block, and click here to set the file to be read aloud. Just pick a file from the plain text chapter we just parsed. This block will cut the text into many fragments and then hand it over to the downstream block. Why is it cut? This is because the length of the audio generated by Azure Speech is not allowed to exceed 10 minutes at a time, and it is normal for the text of a chapter to exceed 1 hour. Therefore, this block will cut the text into fragments of no more than 700 characters. Okay, let's take a look at this downstream block. It is responsible for generating a reading task for each segment. We need to click here to set the directory where these files are stored. Create a new folder here and call it Audio List. All audio files generated by Azure Speech will be stored in this folder. Before starting the conversion, I suggest you take a look at the following block. This block runs independently and can count how many words need to be processed for this conversion task. We click this button in the upper right corner of the block to run this block independently. Okay, the statistics show that this chapter will be cut into 13 fragments, with a total of 2,148 words. Before starting the conversion, understand what the size of the chapter text is. Avoid accidentally starting a long and endless conversion task. Next is to configure the Azure block. In this key field, set the Azure key we configured. OMUL prohibits us from filling the key directly into the field. We need to register with the key center of OMUL first. I have already registered here. If you use OMUL for the first time, you need to register yourself. Next is the voice field. Set the voice type. You can think of it as choosing which virtual actor to read this novel. For specific content, refer to this web page. I will choose this one here, copy it and paste it in this field. Everything is ready, start running now. My chapter is short. If your chapter is long, you may need to wait for a long time here. After running successfully, let's take a look at the folders set before. There are more than a dozen files in total, and this chapter is cut into dozens of pieces by the block. However, I hope this chapter is a whole audio file so that if I listen to it on my mobile phone, the experience will be better. This is easy to do. Just use the last flow merge audio fragments I prepared. In the first block, set the folder where the audio files prepared before are stored. This flow will merge these audio files into one. Set the folder address where the audio files are stored here. Click Run in the upper right corner. Success, let's preview it.
26. Beside the well, there was the ruin of an old stone wall. When I came back from my work, the next evening, I saw from some distance away my little Price sitting on top of a wall, with his feet dangling, and I heard him say, "Then you don't remember, this is not the..."
Yes, it's the content of this chapter. Now we click here to listen to this file in Finder. That's it.
26. Beside the well, there was the ruin of an old stone wall. When I came back from my work, the next evening, I saw from some distance away my little Price sitting on top of a wall, with his feet dangling, and I heard him say.
Save this file to your phone and you can listen to the audiobook of this chapter. Okay, this video ends here, you can try it quickly.